Oh, he wants it.
What up, what up, what up? Coming to you live from JDM Hawaii. Today we have a special video. This is going to be a crossover between Way Before the Fame and the JDM Hawaii YouTube channel. Not only that, but there's going to be a giveaway, so stay tuned and watch the entire video. Follow the rules, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Because Slater and the JDM Hawaii team are going to be giving away some exclusive Japanese goodies, along with a couple original Hawaii license plates. But my goal for today's video is to show you some of the units that they have for sale. If you have any questions, definitely head over to the website, give them a call. They can source you videos if you live on mainland or if you're on outer island. In front of us, we have a Suzuki Carry dump, round headlight. You're gonna see, oh, this one's actually sold. But I was gonna say, you're gonna see a consistent theme with all these videos. Extremely clean interior. They all have AC, which, as you know, living in Hawaii is a must. And every single car that comes fresh off the boat gets a complete detail inside and out. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about every single car that is outside for sale. There's even some at the repair shop if you didn't know. JDM Hawaii also has a service center where you can bring normal cars, JDM cars, Euro cars, whatever the case may be, and they can service it, oil changes, windshields. They even have the scrapyard in the back. Let's say you get into an accident, they might have exactly what you're looking for. So let's start off with one of the rarest vehicles here. Something you don't see every day. You definitely do not see it in this condition. A 1987 Suzuki Mighty Boy. What really makes this Mighty Boy special is the fact that it's 38 years old and it must have got a full restoration before heading to America. Look under this hood. The engine prop is shiny. Valve color painted, new plugs, wires, distributor cap, battery. Look at this transmission. You would not think that this car is from 1987. A K-car at that. This isn't a Supra or a GTR. A K-car is this clean. Everywhere. It has me to believe that this had to get a full restoration. There's no way that it just sat somewhere this entire life. No. This, even the wheels, calipers, the bumpers, no major scratches or dents. They took the seats out of a Suzuki Servo, which is a very popular modification they do on these Mighty Boys. You really rarely see any of these with the factory Mighty Boy seats. But look at the mileage. Just in case you need to see it again, it is a 5-digit odometer. This has 6,000 kilometers. I'll put on the screen how much miles that is. Could it technically just have lived in a JDM garage his entire life? Personally, I'm going with the restoration route, but who knows? All I know is that this is an extremely clean vehicle. I cannot wait to see who picks this one up. Next, I'll talk about the Suzuki Carry. Got the popular Moon Eyes caps. This one is a crowd favorite as well. Round headlights, 4-speed, AC, clean interior. But what makes this one extra special? Dump bed. And of course, paired to a 4-wheel drive transmission. Doesn't come with these wheels, but these are an option if you ever need any wheel packages, any lift kits. JDM Hawaii does provide that as well. But just look at the back of this bed. Very clean. Same with the front ends. They detail every single vehicle. I'm going to save this one for last because I didn't even know that my room is an actual trim from Honda. That isn't just someone who put that on there. So we'll save the camper Vamos for absolutely last. Now let's take our talents outside. Check out some other heavy hitters. I want to focus my attention straight to Mr. Rusty. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this one home, but I don't even know where that is. Is it DR? Is it Hawaii? Is it New York? Either way, this is a beautiful one-of-one vehicle. Completely airbrushed. Black's body kit. Look at this. All 4 a Suzuki Carry. Seats reupholstered. Doubled in. Aftermarket steering wheel, checkered floor mats, and headliner. Very similar to the BBL. I could spend all day on this guy. Shout out to the artist too. I met him for the first time last week. Let's just give it a moment of silence right now. Let's just look at it like right here. Right in front of the dealership. But then we have a car that I handpicked while in Japan. A Daihatsu Hijet automatic AC with rims that I installed also in Japan. K-van. You really don't see these too often. Fuel injected, but the older body, like the S83, S82 body, extremely clean. 43,000 kilometers. The only issue was this seat was a little janky, so it got reupholstered. But check out this interior. You really don't see these every day. High top too, and roof rack. Throw a couple surfboards up there. Great condition, no dings or dents. Shout out to the homies out there in Japan who are picking locks and keys. Then we have the deck vans. So I'm going to show you guys this one first. This is a factory Daihatsu Hijet deck van. This isn't custom like the blue one. I have a whole video on that. Click the corner to check it out. But let me show you a couple things on this one where you can know right off the back that this is factory. First and foremost, these indents here. All of this window that slides open. One of the coolest designs about the deck vans. Everything here, there's no additional clips. It opens like that, closes just like that. Here's a look at the interior. 37,000 kilometers, 4-wheel drive, 5-speed. You can even tell up here how all that looks factory. Really nice. I actually haven't driven this one yet. Maybe I'll do it at some point. Now let's talk about the deck van that I've been driving. So this one also has new tires. It was recently painted in Japan, but you can tell the differences here. You see how the other one was just factory. It even has like a small lip above it, but then it has like latches to lock this in place. It still opens and closes with this, but this is just some extra security. And then you can see on the interior all this. But the reason I chose this car is that I would love to buy one that's custom made. I would love to do maybe like an Every or a Sandbar or a Classic or an Acti and turn that into a deck van. And based off the way that it was built, I think they did a great job. I don't hear any noise or wind from here. The car doesn't feel squirrely or unsafe. It feels like a normal deck van. What makes stuff like this cooler is that seeing how this isn't a tri, it actually has some additional features that the factory ones don't. For example, these seats are 1,000% better. It's a split seat. It has an armrest. I'll show you guys the other seats, but these are way more comfortable and they just look better overall. Same goes for over here. I believe Slater reupholstered this one. That's why it's a different pattern. But you have these nice speakers on the door cards, and it even has the little things that you like, oh, I don't even think about things like that. But one of my favorite things, one of the most annoying things actually, but one of my favorite things when the car actually does have it, is if you know about these JDM cars, you might have your brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, try to lock the door and they go like this. They close it and what happens? It reopens. It was never closed. So sometimes you gotta wait for them to get out. You gotta manually lock it like this. You gotta explain to them, no, what you're gonna have to do is press it down and then hold this up the entire time and then close it. As someone that's owned so many of these cars and explained to people that over and over, if it has a clicker, I am on cloud 9. But even if it just has central locks, it just makes my life easier. I just go like this, all the doors open, all the doors close. So these factory deck vans do not have central locks. This is just for the one door. These are an opening, and that's a downside. You can also see no speakers on the door cards, no headrests. So the customization of it kind of makes it better. Not only that though, but if we take the key from the blue deck van, check this out. All the doors open, all the doors close, all the doors open, and all the doors close because this has central locks. This is not a Hijet. This isn't a tri, you see? It's the little things, but it's really the big things that if you're gonna spend so much money on buying a vehicle, something like that to me is a game changer. The next car we have is another one of one, heavily modified from top to bottom, literally Toyota Land Cruiser. So this one is slated as forever JDM, but sometimes in life you get rid of things and plant new seeds and it turns into something else. So this is for sale. I believe the price is northwards of 80,000 USD. Gotta love that custom plate. But yeah, this car just screams Hawaii. This car I've driven, been inside of, has a glow plate, has underglow, has everything you could ever think of. Extremely clean. Paint correction, ceramic coated. Look at these shocks, look at the lift, look at the tires, look at the rims, the bull bar, light bar, LEDs everywhere. Under the hood is also worked on, snorkel, you name it. So this one, another banger. Then we got a step wagon. $51,000 kilometers. Double sunroof, rear AC. Clean once again. Love the steering wheel too. Do these all come? What year is this one? 2000. I wonder if this is 2000 thing. I love how it's like a tri-spoke and a bit more aggressive. Love this interior too. I feel like I haven't seen many with such a light color. This one's sweet. I actually picked this in Japan too. No wonder. I'm like, yeah, why do I like this car so much? I've actually picked this in Japan. People were sleeping on it. I think it was like a grade 4, maybe B or A interior. The only thing it needs if you really want to be a perfectionist is just powder coat these to silver or bronze or whatever color you want to do. But this was a really nice one. I remember from the auction. Seats are clean. Bar in the back. Has curtains as well. Yeah, I like this. Has a little body kit on there too. Okay, I'm gonna let them talk next to the Mazda. Let's talk about some K-trucks. So we got a Hijet. This would be good for someone that maybe has a business. You have 2 sliding trays, 2 windows on that side. You can pass things to here. You can fold that seat down. Maybe you got a cookie business, or you just want to sell some goodies. Maybe even books, Pokemon cards, Labubus. This slots. I think I need 2 hands to do it like this. Multi-use function. Locks back into place with that. Here's a look at the other side. Some lights, 5-speed AC, 4-wheel drive. Somebody added some nice door speakers. Next to that we have another Hijet. No door speakers, but diff lock and 4-wheel drive and 5-speed. 56,000 kilometers. Then we have a bigger Hijet, which is called the Toyota Light Ace. $101,000 kilometers. That's 62,000 miles. Is this one stick? Oh, it's a nice column shifter. If you've never driven a column shifter stick before, you should give it a shot. There's a shift pattern. So you go like this. This would be, where am I right now? Neutral? Yeah, so this would be 1, 2. It takes some getting used to, but in a car like this, it actually makes sense. Like in a cappuccino or sports car, it would be very annoying. But because it's like this, I'm able to sit all the way back and I could just go through the gears with no problem. It's pretty smooth. I remember, like, this was one of my favorite things about my Delica. The fact that it was diesel was my first ever diesel car, but the shifting was just so nice because I'm so used to having it here and having to maybe lean in, get into 4th or 5th. But like this, you were able to just sit back. No problem. Here's the bed on the Hijet. 4-wheel drive climber. The bed on the Light Ace. You can check this out too. Most of these cars are all gonna have brand new tires. Nice and freshly painted if they don't have rims, just like my deck van right here. And then we have a Honda Acti Attack, a 1999. I didn't even know this car existed. I'm calling it the 8-speed Acti. You might be familiar with the older version of the Attack. Those were only a 4-speed, which a lot of people always called the downside because it wasn't always the best daily. You couldn't drive it, you know, 80, 90, 100 kilometers easily because of that 4th gear. But it appears that with the newer models, they said, okay, we're gonna fix that issue. We're gonna give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll give you the ultra low and the ultra reverse. So we have an 8-speed Honda Acti with AC again. This is probably my favorite car here, just because I've never seen it before. I don't know if it's just something that was rare or I just happen having to see any. I just feel like someone who's been to the auction 50 times, always looking at cars, and these are the most popular one. Everybody wants a Honda Acti. I would have jumped all over these. So I think what I'm gonna do, stay tuned for the future videos, but I might have this be like the WBTF builds. I bought LED headlights, daytime lights. I bought rims that you guys are gonna see in the back. And I feel like we could just paint the bumper, paint the rims that I have in the back maybe white, paint the calipers, do some other additional mods. I'm not here extremely long where I can maybe paint the bed. I don't know if I have time for that, but Slater can finish what I start, worst case scenario. Next, we got a 99 Hijet. This one sold, going to the Big Island. We're again gonna see the same features. 4-wheel drive, 5-speed and AC with only 56,000 kilometers. Over in Japan, it's kind of funny, like it's an inside joke of this is like Slater spec. He wants everything less than 100,000 kilometers, AC, 4-wheel drive, and clean. And if it isn't clean, he'll get the seats reupholstered, he'll put brand new tires, he'll do the things like that. You can see again, brand new tires. Then we got a Town Bee, very underrated, very underappreciated, unfortunately. K-car that most people would just walk by and be like, oh, it's cute, you know what I mean? But no one really talks about it, you know what I mean? It isn't one of the K hatches that is like the Alto or the Wagon R. It isn't turbo, it's Mitsubishi. But this one has a backup camera. Very cool and quirky interior. I had one of these. We got doilies. Check out this pattern. 3-speed automatic, again with AC. Also has an airbag, which is a big pro. Power windows, you know, we got some features on here. Again, brand new tires. I really like the matching pattern on the door cards. You got wood grain all around. Interior's in great condition besides this little hiccup there. But it's a sweet Minica. I loved my Minica. A lot of people didn't, but I thought it was an amazing car. This was also handpicked in Japan, if you guys remember. I remember seeing this. I literally called Slater and I was like, hey, I don't really know what I'm looking at, but it seems like something that Hawaii should get. I stole a picture for it. He said, send it over. Next thing you know, it's over here. 3 rows of seating. Diesel. Sunroof. Aftermarket wheels, aftermarket steering wheel. And this one has like a, let me know in the comments, it has some type of merger between like I think Mazda and Nissan, and they came with the B2600. It was some type of historic vehicle. Manual locking hubs too, which is pretty cool. But I remember when he first saw this, and even when we got it back then, he was like, oh yeah, we gotta get this. It's cool, just look at it. We'll continue on with the Ks. We have 2 Suzuki Everys. Both 99. One of them are turbo. Again, I'll stop bringing it up at this point. I should do a video on these guys. I forgot which one exactly is turbo, but I remember seeing this one in Osaka, and I really liked it because it was something that for me to get back home would be perfect. It's white, blank canvas, no rims, turbo, and I believe 2-wheel drive. Yeah, I think both of them are 2-wheel drive. So to some people, 2-wheel drive is a con. To me, I don't really need it. So I don't mind a 2-wheel drive. Anything, K-truck, K-van, K-car. I didn't even realize a lot of the differences. So I think this one might be the turbo one. I'll pop the hood and we can 100% confirm. But it has nicer mirrors. And I think it has a, oh no, you know what it is? We'll find out, Let me stop talking to myself. This one has rear heat, 5-speed AC, nicer seats in the back. You see the split seat in comparison to this one. I might even do a whole video between the two. But I think oddly enough, this is the turbo. I think the one that's more basic with turbo, because I remember being in Japan so confused. I'm telling you, I was very close to sending this home. Let's see if it says it back here. Look, I told you, for some reason, the more basic one, oh wait, they're both turbo. I guess I was wrong. But this one, as you can see, has a nicer interior. This one even has an airbag, or do they both have one? Let's check. I remember staring at these cars. I'm telling you guys, I was staring at them. And here I am also staring at them. Yeah, you see? This one does not have an airbag. You know what I think what it was? I think this one has slightly higher kilometers than that one. Because I remember my heart was sold on all of this. On the nicer seats, on the airbag, on the nicer door cards and everything. But I remember this one had maybe significantly less miles. And I was like, I don't know. Less miles is always better, right? And then I end up getting a Toyota Will. My mom is happy, and I'm here in Hawaii making videos on them. And who knows? Maybe I can still build it up. We can still do LEDs on here. We can still add rims. We can still do everything I wanted to do back home, just on the island. So this is actually going to be a 3-part giveaway. Right now we're doing a giveaway on the Way Before the Fame channel, but I have some additional prizes and some additional plates that I'm also going to do on Patreon, and I'm going to do in the JDM Hawaii channel. So for this one, it's just going to be these 2 plates. Comment a number between 0 and 3,000. The numbers are under this crock. I'll announce the winners on my very next video. And then also head over to the JDM Hawaii YouTube channel. Subscribe to that channel. Follow them on Instagram because we have even more plates, some more JDM goodies. And then on Patreon, if you're there, I'm doing another giveaway as well. But as you know, comment a number between 0 and 3,000 to win one of these plates shipped to your house for free. Next, we have a Mitsubishi RVR. Very underrated vehicle. The first time I ever seen one of these was with Mendy and Tiki when I was in Japan. And I didn't realize it was such a huge 3-door. And I know some of them come stick shift. They come with the 4G63. This one is automatic and non-turbo. But is it extremely clean. Smells great in here. Still looks sporty. I cannot believe how much space you have. Like, this is me sitting in the back seats. I can't even touch the passenger. Look at the room on my knees right now. Yeah, we might have to do a full video on this. Look at this cup holder. It's kind of fancy. Do I get one on this side too? No, I don't. Oh wait, I do. I might. Oh look, I do. I do. Got an ashtray. Oh wow. Yeah, we might have to do a full video on the Way for the Fame channel. It's got overdrive, 91,000 kilometers. These are cool, even in this shape. I know everybody's gonna want the 46 turbo, but if you don't care about things like that, you just want a right-hand drive, nice daily. I'll pop the hood on this one too. Fog lights, yellow. Look at that paint. Roof racks on the top too. Rain visors. Let's see what it looks like under here. Okay, so it is still 4G63, but is this non-turbo? Yeah, it's just non-turbo of the same exact engine. Oh, I didn't even know this existed. As the DSM fanboy, looks like it was recently serviced too. Those plug wires look brand new, but I didn't even know as a. Oh, so this is sweet. It's probably easier to find parts too. Throw an intake on there. Yeah, I'd rock this 100%. I thought it had maybe a baby motor, but it's literally the same thing, just minus a turbo. I like. Then we have 2 Daihatsu Moves. We have the newer face the older face. We have the turbo stick shift, and I believe the stick shift non-turbo. Yeah. Here's a look at the newer interior. Still have the classic Daihatsu cup holders, power windows all around. We have dual airbags. 104,000 kilometers. That's about 63,000 miles. Seats are very clean. I like this. The small attention to detail. You see the hot to the cold. So that's in the half. That's mostly cold. That's mostly hot. Really nice. And then we have the older version, which only has a driver airbag. This all looks very similar to my Daihatsu Walkthough. But this one's super cool. Turbo, 92,000 kilometers, stick shift. I would have to check in the back to see if it's also four-wheel drive. But I love the pattern that all these Daihatsu Moves got. It's like several different deep purples with this deep gray. It isn't like a normal gray. It's like a dark charcoal style gray. I'll probably drive this in one of these days as well. If these two didn't have rims already, I would have definitely worked hard on this. Though an intake, blow-off valve. Have it really ripping. Wow, I didn't even realize this. This is sick. Okay. How is this still even here? Stick shift, turbo. Let's look right now. Is it four-wheel drive? I actually hope it's not four-wheel drive, but let's see. Even better. It's just front-wheel drive. Yeah, you guys are sleeping on this. Turbo, 5-speed, four-wheel drive, under 100,000 kilometers. Nice white rims. Let's pop the hood. I wouldn't be shocked if it gets even better. Look at this interior. No imperfections. You get your driver airbag. Literally has the same engine as my Mira Walkthough. I'll give you some parts from it after it gets totaled out. But yeah, it's nice. Like, clean. Could use a taggy touch, but you know, I don't see any crazy leaking oil or any major issues. And guess what it has? A hood scoop. Something I wish mine had. Next, we have an absolute banger of a crowd favorite. The Honda Street. Arguably one of the most popular K-vans. Everybody wants a Honda Acti, but everybody wants a Honda Street. This one, which makes it even cooler, is automatic with AC and only 120,000 kilometers. Look at this interior. I'm really thinking about putting the rims on this. I've just done it so many times that part of me wants to do a new vehicle. Like, I've taken these headlights off so many times. I've taken this bumper off so many times. Oh, maybe this is the one. But I've done, we'll see what happens. It's a constant battle with myself. But yeah, this is sick. 97, automatic, Honda Street. Anyone can drive it. It could be for your business because it's automatic. It's so rare to find one of these automatic as well. Two-wheel drive too, which makes it even better. You can get up and downs to H3 no problem. This one is sold. Another nice dump. Bed liner. Then we got a sandbar. Also sold. Then we have this, which is out on a test drive. Let me see anything else over here. We have this mini cab. This one was just getting detailed. I guess I'll show this and work my way back. But this is a 1994 Daihatsu Try. Something like this essentially got cut into a deck van. So I guess they cut around here, work its way back. You can see the interior is very similar. Same thing here. Same seats. Stick shift, two-wheel drive, doubled in already, AC, 62,000 miles. I love that most of these are two-wheel drive. You really never need four-wheel drive in a place like this. For a van, for the trucks, you know, they might be driving on gravel, dirt. They might actually need the four-wheel drive, but for a van, I think more than likely you're just getting on and off the freeway. But these are the rims I bought. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. I'm all the way across the world in a different state. What's the chances of me finding tri-spokes, period? What's the chances of me finding K-spec tri-spokes? even harder. And these were only about like $120. The tires are dry rotted, but I know a guy named Slater that owns JDM Hawaii, and I think he might have some tires in stock. So that's really the least of my worries. What I want to do is potentially paint them. Thinking of maybe going white. Since the tires are shot, I'll probably just spray paint right over them, or maybe even bronze. Definitely not black. I want some type of pop color, so I got to get to that ASAP. But next we have this Toyota Hilux pickup. Shout out to this customer here. He's leaving in his light ace. But we're getting a lot of inquiries on this. I think by the time you guys are watching this video, this is either sold or very close to being sold. 5-speed, 94,000 kilometers, AC of course. This could get stitched up real quick. Airbag, and just a huge bed, and clean. I wouldn't even compare this to like a Light Ace. I feel like it's just a whole different model. Almost feels larger too. I think also because the Light Ace is like cab over wheel and this one has an actual hood. But the fender mirrors and everything, I think this is pretty sick. I would love to see someone buy one of these and do like a lowrider build or like a VIP build. Looks like the hood might be open now. Let's pop this and see what's under there. Honestly, something like this I don't really know too much about. Next, let's talk about this Hiace. Also sold. This is, I believe, a 90 or older, because it comes with my favorite interior in all the Hiaces, and it even has Hiace doilies, which makes it even cooler. But this wine burgundy on such a shag huge wagon with all of this glass, triple glass action, is the coolest thing ever. Let's take a look at the back. Seats are already in baby making mode. You got curtains all around. Plastic still on the trim. Look at this. AC. Storage pocket there. I believe. Yeah, look. It even has the coffee maker. Guys, whoever bought this, shout out to him or her. But check this out. This is actually to warm up your coffee. You put in here, you drive around, pull over to the side, you're at a red light, take a sip. This literally warms your coffee. And then this is your mini fridge. Coffee here, mini fridge there. All the lights and bells and whistles you could think of. And just look at this interior. Even the seat belts are burgundy. Lastly, before we go inside and check out the Honda Vamos, we have this Mazda Bongo. Similar to the Light Ace over there, but this one's a little bit more rugged. Not only is it a power liftgate, but it's also a dually. So it's not like the other truck. This one actually means business. Look at the size of the fuel tank. And then just like the other models, very clean. Tires like this are impossible to find, so actually a really good thing that they're brand new. It's currently locked, but it's 5-speed AC. And this one only has 73,000 kilometers. That's a quick tour of everything outside. And before we end this, I gotta show you guys this camper, because that is a car that just screams Hawaii. So I learned recently that this Honda Vamos, the trim is actually my room. I thought somebody just put this there. I thought they just put White House there, but no, they come just like this. Apparently from Honda, with all this stuff here. All these little cabinets, like all this is exactly the same. There's actually another one on the island that I saw, and I was like, wait, no way. 5-speed, of course. Got your screen, lots of space, AC. Check out all the little cubbies. I'm gonna make a full video on it, but for example, this opens, this opens. It even has some on the rear. It has a bike rack over there. Has a small battery here. I love all the Velcro pockets. Of course, has a sink. Just very functional. I feel like the reason I said it's perfect for Hawaii is just, come on, someone could literally live back here. Or even if they're just having a long day, they went surfing, they just got back from Sandy's, getting the waves beat the crap out of them. They're like, you know what? Let me put the AC on. Let me go under a tree. Let me take a quick nap in my K-van. I'm 5'9", and these seats are all the way in the back, but I can lay down flat, just like this, and take a nice nap. And then honestly, one of the best things about all of it is that it's still a K-van. you still have the seats here. It's not like you're losing anything by having this back here. Yes, your trunk space is a bit smaller, but you can still go to the supermarket. You can still throw anything you want back here. You lose a little bit of space there, maybe a little bit on the top, but small sacrifice for everything that you're achieving by having this. Stay tuned for the full video on this guy. I want to see if I can maybe even take it out on the streets. But there you have it. Full inventory tour at JDM Hawaii. Don't forget to comment below. We will be picking the winners this week.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.